This video will show how to write morphophonemic rules using phonetic features. For this video, we have some English verb stems, and I have one rule that adds the prefix ma with this unspecified nasal. And we're going to write three morphophonemic rules. One will change the unspecified nasal to nong when it occurs before a verb stem that begins with a vowel. One will delete the nasal if the stem begins with a nasal. And one will change the unspecified nasal to an N before stems that begin with a consonant. So let's write these three rules. We'll open these up. So here's the rule that adds this prefix with the unspecified nasal. The prefix's tag is XYZ. Let's write that first rule. Change N to nong before vowels. This will be a morphophonemic rule. It will apply to a prefix. We need to tell the rule which prefixes will participate in this rule, and we'll select XYZ. You can have many. For this rule, we'll just use XYZ. Okay, for the prefix, we only want the end of the prefix to change. We're going to specify the unspecified nasal. We'll enter the unspecified nasal, and the new end of the prefix will be nong. And for the stem, we want to use the phonetic features. So these 5 cells now represent the first 5 characters in the stem. And we want to say it begins with a vowel. So we'll select vowel. If you need to add more phonetic features, you can click the button down here, or you can add new features, edit your features, and here are all your alphabetical characters. Okay? So, we want to specify a vowel. And if we rest our cursor there, it's a vowel. So the unspecified nasal will change to NG before a vowel. Click OK. And there we go. So now it's mong whenever the stem begins with a vowel. Mong open, mong use. Now let's write another rule that will change this unspecified nasal. It will delete the unspecified nasal before stems that begin with a nasal. So let's write another rule. This will be a morphophonemic rule that applies to prefixes. The prefix is XYZ. Again, just the end of the prefix changes, not the entire prefix. So we'll say N. To delete this unspecified nasal, we'll just leave the new end of prefix blank. Okay, so here's the existing, here's the new, and this is sort of the morpheme boundary here. Here's the stem. We'll describe the stem with features, and we'll say it's a nasal. Okay, and now we see ma, need, ma, notice, ma, name. Okay, and then one more that will change the unspecified nasal to an N before all other consonants. This will be a morphophonemic rule. We'll change it to a lowercase n before consonants. So there we see mon jump, mon read, mon see, mon sleep. Okay, W. W is a semivowel. Let's go back and edit this rule. It'll change it to a lowercase n before consonants and semivowels. There we go. A subsequent video will describe how to do reduplication and epenthesis.